User was moved to your channel.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting edition of Lysanya's Lounge. I'm Lysanya, not Lysanya, bringing you Sunday Community Skirmish number 127 here today. And with me, we got the band back together. The jacuzzi is back in the lounge. Water, it's me, is here, co-casting with me here today. Water, how you doing, buddy?
Good, good. It's good to be back. Where the place all started at, to be honest, I'm gonna be feeling a bit awkward, to be honest, not bantering at you on a professional level this today, as we usually cast Chaos together. So
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And it's basically a jacuzzi weekend all weekend here for us here today. So, hey, you know what? We're good to have you back in the lounge. And joining us on the referee side of things here today, also taking over for just this week with organization of Sunday Community Skirmish, is Huskar. Huskar, how you doing, buddy? Huskar is
Let me
too
see.
busy
I
typing
am
away.
doing great.
Oh, there we go. There's Huskar. Perfect. I was going to say, you're hard at work over there trying to get stuff done, and I was going to hype you up and everything, but man, you just had to chime in right there. That's okay.
I hope my mic is okay.
Of course, big thanks to everybody tuning in to Lysanya's Lounge here today. Thank you so much for tuning in to SCS number 127. We're getting the teams loaded into lobby right now. But while we are doing so, Huskar, if you wouldn't mind, since you're already here, or Water, whichever one of you wants to do this, go ahead and go over some of the rules with SCS here today.
first off, Huskar, stop typing. I'm gonna be mad.
Whoa. I thought I activated Preston.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
okay. Yeah, go ahead and get that set up.
All right, so rules for SCS. We're running a double bracket elimination. This is a weekly tournament to find out the week's best team or winner by luck, as I have one. Let's see. So, first to win 5 points wins the match. If they lose. Okay, wait. First, hold on. I'm a bit confused here. All right. First to win 5 points wins the match. The winner with the team that got the first kill gets the first kill advantage. That means if it is a tie, they will win the match. If it is a draw and no one gets a kill at all, then we will throw a coin, which I hope we won't, knocking on wood at the moment, although I don't have wood with me. So I'll knock on my head. And,
there you go.
Let's see, if a team loses a match twice, no matter in which sequence, then they're out of or eliminated out of the tournament. Think that is it. If the loser brackets wins in the finals, they will be doing a second match against the winner of the winners brackets. So they will have to win that too to win SES. That means they have to win 2 in a row against the winner of the winners brackets.
Long story short, folks, as various rules come up, we will get into everything, but that's just a general rundown of the rules here today. The main thing you guys need to know here is it's a 2v2. It's best of five kills. Whoever gets 5 kills first wins. It's a 20-minute time limit. You've been over all this already. Long story short, pew pew more and win harder. That's really all there is to it.
We all hate coin flips, so
Yes.
we hope that that's not going to happen.
Coin flips can go flip themselves, exactly.
All right, so first match for today is, what is it? Chef Exedian's Potatoes, consisting of Sunstrom and Exedian, versus Clan consisting of Nietzsche and Infinity Omelette.
Indeed. Let's make sure we get that full name in there. Chef Zedion's Potatoes au gratin.
Oh, I see.
Yes,
I
not
didn't know
just
Exedian was
potatoes, not just potatoes au gratin. Because when he's tired of flipping potatoes, he's making sure he serves a mean potatoes au gratin.
Right, and as it seems in the chat, there is a slight bit confusion. There has been a slight bit of chaotic casting organization going on, but we've gotten this. It's solved. We will be bringing you the top bracket instead of the bottom bracket.
Yes.
Which we should probably mention a couple times since it does say it wrong on the forums.
Yes, we actually did a switch about 5 to 10 minutes before we launched here today. Do want to give a shout out to Guagadu. Guagadu is is battling through. He's a little bit under the weather right now, but he's battling through big 07 for that to Guagadu, and Guagadu's taking care of the bottom stream here today. So if you're looking for the other opening round matchup here today, that's going to be between let's see, that's between Zealous Armada and East Sheldon Trading Company. That will be on Guagadu's stream today on Lysanya's Lounge. We will have Clan versus Chef Zedion's Potatoes au gratin. I hope those potatoes were washed and well flipped before served. And of course, they're already giving me shit for the coin flip in chat. Now the timer has started in the lobby, so as a reminder, there's a 4-minute timer in lobby. The first 3 minutes and 30 seconds, you can change your loadouts in the lobby. You can change it to whatever you want, however you please. However, once that timer ends, you are forbidden from making any ship changes or anything like that. You must stick with what you have. Then you have 30 seconds to get your strategy down, and you got to hit that ready button. Sometimes, of course, teams are ready beforehand, so you are free to ready up early. But it looks like Sunstrom and Zedion are going to go with their standard Mobula and Goldfish loadout. The ships that basically brought them to the dance. They're the ones that they are most famously known for. Meanwhile, it looks like Clan is looking at a Mobula and Squid. An interesting decision there. In fact, let's take a peek at the Squid and see what they're running right now. It looks like they're going with a Caro front and a Gat mortar rear. That's an interesting combination right there. Although could be very effective against the Mobula, especially that Carronade, because Mobulas are very, very susceptible and very, very weak once their balloons are popped. Very predictable as well. A lot of their survivability comes from their vertical mobility.
Nevertheless, one doesn't usually see a squid in the same match as a goldfish, a larger goldfish especially, since it is usually thought that the goldfish will counter the squid.
Week we had a squid versus goldfish situation. In fact, I believe I had that on my live stream last week, CS 126. I think we had that. I have to go back and check, but for some reason I remember down the road, I think it was like either the winner's final or the loser's final, we had that situation pop up. But I'll have to check on that. Ooh, while we're waiting here, let me go ahead and get my timer. Go ahead, keep going. Stall for me for just a moment.
It seems that there's still some organization things going on here. Looks like there will be a swap going on. Exidian's team will be on blue, while Clan will be on red. Yes, that seems correct.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Clan should be red. That is correct. There we go. Okay, so we should continue countering each other. Of course, continuing countering each other as the potatoes au gratin have decided, no, we're good. So it looks like they're fine. Looks like red is going to be fine in just a moment. And we're about to get our first match of SCS number 127 underway in just a moment. Huskar, I think the match timer has you covered there on the ship locks. As we get started with match number 1, it will be on Fight Over Fernfeld. It is a very icy map with a pretty good mid-range game if you're into that. Definitely a lot of potential for sniping, and of course close range also works. Lots of potential for pretty much anything you want. Of course, you have that mid lane right here. When we drive it down mid, we drive it right down this underpass. Here we go. Ship number 1 is the Uber Mob. We'll just call him the Uber. It is piloted by Nietzsche's Mustache. It is a Mobula with a Hades up top, double Artemis bottom, and the wings. We have a mine launcher and a flak. Ship number 2 is the Sniping Squid, piloted by Infinity Omelet. We have a Squid with a Caro front, a Gatling side, and a mortar on the back. Ship number 3 is the Reborn, piloted by Sunstrom. We have a Hades up top, double Artemis bottom, and a Gatling and a Flare on the wings. And ship number 4 is Dragon's Rage. It is piloted by Zedion. It is a Huacha with double side Caro.
Alright, as we are setting off, it seems that Clan is going to take the southern part, giving them a bit of a advantage toward the Reborn, being able to drop behind that mountain if they choose to, but they are passing forward over it. losing that chance to get into cover, while the Reborn is staying behind the gun, giving them the advantage since they are able to drop down in case they lose too much armor.
Indeed.
Hull break on the Evo Mensch.
Indeed, and watch the Sniping Squid here. Sniping Squid starting to move around. It looks like Dragon's Rage has noticed that they're coming around, so it looks like Dragon's Rage is about to engage Sniping Squid. We got Mobula versus Mobula. No, the Ubermensch has, excuse me, the Mobula, whatever it's called. I'm just going to call him the Uber. He's been hull broken, but he's tried to engage the Dragon's Rage. Reborn basically has free shots on the Uber as he loses about 55% perma, roughly, as the Reborn is being flanked by the Sniping Squid. Meanwhile, the Dragon's Rage moving in. Reborn is hull broken. Not a good spot for the Reborn. However, they do get behind the Squid. That is a good situation as the Dragon's Rage with a perfect Watcher right there, taking out all 4 engines of the Sniping Squid. That means that the Uber is pretty much alone right now as the Dragon's Rage doing a drive-by. That should be a kill. No! Hull rebuilt in time. However, the Greased Hades picks it up 1-0 in favor of blue.
We saw the
Is the potatoes au gratin.
we saw the Mobula trying to assist their ally, but it was
yeah.
in vain.
That
And
Squid
probably got them lost them the chance to get a hull break on the Reborn.
Yeah, and that Squid got caught in the environment with no balloon. That means that, of course, when you're caught sitting right there on that gun, you ain't going anywhere. 2-0 in favor of potatoes au gratin. Chef Zedion making a mean potatoes au gratin here today. Many potatoes were flipped to create this fantastic dish. Of course, Dragon's Rage gets spawned directly on right here. They do not have the Watcha in place. That's a quick hydro. They're looking to get the back of the Uber. Uber also hydroing, trying to desperately get out of that Watcha. That could have been high drama right there for the Uber. But no, Dragon's Rage finally has the Arc with stamina. Now they have Arc without stamina. Let's keep an eye on the Dragon's Rage. They do get that Watcha off. They're looking to pick up engines. They do pick up all the engines. That's a follow-up ram. Hull break on the Uber. Meanwhile, the Sniping Squid has the back of the Reborn.
Oh, this is a dangerous place to be for the Reborn if he can't dodge himself out of there.
Yeah, that mortar. The mortar almost picks it up, but not quite. The Watcha comes out. Oh, the Sniping Squid hull broken, and the mid-air Goomba Dragon's Rage picking it up 3-0. However, the Reborn really taking it right to the chin right there. They're down to a sliver. That is 1 pixel right there. 1 pixel of perma on the Reborn. 1 hull break of any flavor, and they're down. They're down to about 55% armor right there, so they need to be very careful as the Uber has been completely gun broken. Not a good spot to be.
If that Goldfish hadn't come back,
that's a kill.
Mobula would have been down.
Yeah, that's a kill right there. As soon as that that Watch came out, Uber was definitely down 4-0 in favor of blue. Reborn hanging on by a thread in that engagement.
The question will be, where will clans spawn? What will be their tactic? Are they going to switch it up? Are they going to focus on the fish? I doubt it, to be honest. But
Yeah.
The fish has been doing as he likes the entire match so far, and that's not been going too well for Clan.
No, it has not, as looks like Clan has respawned, and they are not in good shape right now, other than that second engagement, which I got a got some good permahull off the Reborn. They have had a rough go of it so far in this match. At this point, I'm thinking if I'm Clan, definitely take advantage of the Reborn. But Dragon's Rage has been the one to really fear. Once they get that good watch off, it's really over for Clan. They need to avoid them at all costs, especially with the Sniping Squid. Sniping Squid really needs to be very careful with how they make the engagement. They're going straight in on the Mobula. I do not like this one bit. Dragon's Rage is going to have a field day with this.
Yeah, we're already seeing the Dragon's Rage turning. Here comes a Hwacha missing.
Oh, they missed the Hwacha! They
This
do
might
get
be
the
the
hull
end of
break.
This might be the end of the Reborn.
Yeah, they might actually pick up a kill here, Clan. They might. We don't know yet. Oh, Dragon's Rage still lining them up there. That's a good job by Zedion, keeping the Sniping Squid in front of them. Uber trying to get the arc on the... oh, no, that's going to be it for one of them. That should pretty much GG it right there. Dragon's Rage...
attempt to get more pressure on the Dragon's Rage, but that might have cost them the game since now the
Yeah.
Reborn has the advantage again.
Yeah, oh, there's the hull break on the Uber, and that's going to do it. 5-0, not quite a clean 5-0, but definitely a very strong 5-0 in favor of Zedion's, Chef Zedion's, excuse me, potatoes au gratin.
I can't help but notice that one of the reborn engineers is called Bad Hole Engineer. I wonder who that is.
Say that one more time?
Well, look at the reborn.
Oh, Bad Hole NG, yes.
There you go.
Yes.
I was gonna say it's rare for him, but he's there too. So
clearly, Bad Hole NG is on the Hades up top, right?
no, that's Hadush. Hadush has to stay in the
Oh,
Hades.
okay.
That's his job.
Okay. Of course, that was match number 1 here. Very quick opening round matchup with the potatoes au gratin really cleaning house, really cooking up a mean potatoes au gratin here over Clan Clan. Clan Clan is no pushover. They are multiple-time SCS champions, and they just got unceremoniously dumped in the first round. A very strong showing for Zedion's potatoes here.
Hey, the mystery has been solved, by the way. Bad Hole Entry is Dimitri himself.
That is Dimitri. Okay, there you go. So that means that potatoes au gratin will be moving on to our next matchup. Our next matchup, of course, will be the winners final. We await the winner of the other matchup. Is between the Zealous Armada and the East Sheldon Trading Company. And I actually talked with Lexi Liu, who is on the who I believe is currently on the Zealous Armada team, and based on what I'm hearing over there, it looks like they're getting some new people into the Zealous Armada. It looks like they are starting to, especially with Renee. Like Renee actually recently joined up with them. About a couple weeks ago, if I remember correctly. And so there's a lot of new faces going through the Zealous Armada, a lot of new people. So that probably means that they're at a disadvantage against a team that's been together for a while in the East Sheldon Trading Company. I would not be surprised right now if our next matchup is between our favorite capitalists versus the chef's chef special.
How come you're considering them capitalists?
Well, I mean, this is the East Sheldon Trading Company, after all. I mean,
Is that capitalist?
I don't know. Is it? I think it is.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm searching for a segue from last night.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Yes.
we had the reenactment of the Cold War in
Yes.
Chaos 30, so that was interesting.
Yes, we did.
Update from the other match. Currently, East Sheldon is leading with 4-1.
4-1. Okay, so that match could be wrapping up any moment then.
Yeah, it's likely. The last red ship's trying to get away at the moment, but he lost most of his engines. So we will be seeing East Sheldon Trading Company very soon, most likely.
Most likely. And of course, for those of you just tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in to Lysanya's Lounge here today. We just completed our first matchup of SCS number 127. We are awaiting the winner of the other stream's first matchup. We're awaiting the winner of East Sheldon Trading Company versus the Zealous Armada, and East Sheldon is currently up 4-1 for those of you just tuning in over the Zealous Armada. As soon as we get a winner over there, we will have our next matchup. And now it's official, the East Sheldon Trading Company has won 5-1 over the Zealous Armada. And we will bring that match to you folks in just a couple minutes.
We will bring it to you as soon as Huskar makes the lobby. No, I'm kidding.
No, actually, that is true. As soon as he makes the lobby. That is very, very true. And for those of you just tuning in, if you're wondering, hey, you know, I've been running with a lot of different co-casters during SCS, but hey, I'm back with Water. The jacuzzi's back in the lounge. Of course, if you like what you hear from Water, he also has his own Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Water. It's me.
Why would you like anything I say? I'm only here to make you look bad. Good.
Oh goodness, that's why I like you, Water. See, you tell the truth. You tell it like it is. You tell me you're looking to your job is to make me look bad, and then I have buttons. It's okay.
Hey, I said good, right? I never said bad. That is just a figment of another one of those imaginary things that you put up.
Ah,
Like
yes.
that time Quackatoo got sawed in half.
Yes, the one where you decided to go Surgeon Simulator on Guagadoo.
I'd rather not talk about this.
Huskar just releasing a password in my notifications. Clearly.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, as you all know, the password is there. Please join. No, don't join because we'll have to change the password in a big mess. It would be add to the extra chaos. So that never happened. You never saw that, and I hope you guys
Clearly never saw this.
are
Exactly.
content with watching this with commentary on Lysanya's stream, which is, of course, where is it, Lysanya?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to you. Say again.
Oh, you weren't. You were just laughing. Oh, damn it! I was giving you an opening to say the usual stuff. You know, like.
Oh well, no, I've already said it, so it's okay. It's all good.
You say it like at least 5 times a stream, so
No.
this was
We've already taken care of it between matches. It's okay.
Oh, okay. Well, in case you're watching this on YouTube, you can find Lysanya's stream on twitch.tv. Wait, no, hold on. Water, it's me.
Yeah, there you go. Pimp your own channel then. It's okay.
No. I'm not gonna follow you into the dark side.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I actually don't mind. Actually, considering that you've been a regular guest on my show, especially considering you've been a regular co-caster, you've actually helped me out with a few streams as well, taking over for me when my video card decided to, or my video card fan decided to up and quit on me.
Well, it got flared, yeah.
Yeah, it got flared. It was not happy. 15
Good
stacks
15
are not
stacks.
good for fans. Yeah, exactly. But yes, yeah, I really appreciate it. So I don't mind advertising your channel on my live stream. It's not a problem. In fact, it is actually below my live stream. I actually have a list of people that I consider to be good friends of the program. If you want to check out channels similar to mine, you can check those out right below the live stream.
Wait a second. Are you saying you're not the one and only? What is
Well,
this?
you are the one and only Water. It's me, but
What? No, I was saying you are not the one and only.
wait, what?
I know I am the one and only Water, since no one else has a crappy name as myself and runs a crappy stream as myself. But Lysanya, are you referring that there's other streams that are like yours, so making you not unique anymore in the streaming world of Guns of Icarus?
What are you talking about?
Ladies and gentlemen,
I am a special
Jump
little
away from the
snowflake.
stream. He's not unique. He's not bringing up original
I am a special
content anymore.
snowflake. What are you talking about?
Yes, you're very special.
Yes,
Special.
I am.
Very special. In your own way.
No, I'm not. No, just kidding. You know what? I really do appreciate everybody tuning in to the program here today. Really do appreciate everybody tuning into Lysanya's Lounge each and every week. And of course, a big thanks to everybody who has hit the follow button on my channel. For those of you who have hit the follow button recently, I'm actually going to take care of you guys on tomorrow's live stream. Because we want to keep the focus on Sunday Community Skirmish here today. Since this is a competitive tournament, we want to make sure we keep the focus on the teams that are in here today. And of course, our next matchup is between Chef Zedion's Potatoes au gratin and the East Sheldon Trading Company. The Potatoes au gratin should be red, and East Sheldon Trading Company should be blue. They are in their correct positions.
This match will be fought on Party and Rubble.
Wait a minute.
Which, what? Wait a minute.
This match should be on Dunes.
Oh, that is true. The Asgard swapped stuff around. All right. All right. Well, we will be back shortly once Asgard brings up the second lobby.
Yes, minor difficulty with, yeah. So Huskar's going to take care of that real quick. He copy-pasted the wrong one. Okay, so it wasn't a mistake on there. It was a mistake on getting us the information that we needed. Huskar, open. What's going on? Are we actually doing this on Periton Rumble, or is it supposed to be on Battle of the Dunes?
Seems that way.
Oh, both sides are good with Periton, so it looks like they have no problem if they want to proceed with Periton.
Be interesting adding a new rule where both sides get to debate on which map they want to choose. But some
Let's
teams I could imagine would be quite the argument between like Duel at Dawn and Party and Rebel.
I don't know. That sets an interesting precedent, though. I don't know if that would be such a great idea, considering that the idea of SES is to get people onto different maps. Whereas, okay, so Huskar saying he did a incorrect copy paste. So, so he's gonna get that fixed up for us and get us the correct maps. Let's see. Puritan Rumble. So yeah, we have no idea what's going to be on the maps after this one. So
Wonderful.
We're flying blind here, folks.
Let's just make sure that the other stream is aware of that. Otherwise, I believe Lozi is still reffing over there.
No, actually, they needed a replacement ref over there. I think he was not able to hold connection here today.
Oh, okay. So
I think they have another ref over there. That's what I heard, at
Sir
least.
Stefan, then.
Wait a minute. Hang
He's
on.
back.
Hang on. Okay. Actually, no. Luosi might be over there. Looks like he reported, so he might be over there. Let's see. Luosi. No, he's not. So yeah. By the way, you can just type this password right over in the the lobby right here. It's a totally real password, according to Huskar. Oh, goodness. Huskar knows exactly how to push my buttons. It's okay, I can push buttons too. But that's okay, we'll deal with that later. Oh, we have Potatoes au gratin ready to go. And let's see, East Trading Company is going to consider their options at this point. Looks like Potatoes au gratin has decided, you know what we're bringing, try to stop us. That seems to be their approach here for all the matches. In fact, going back to last week, that was their game plan as well. Now this week they're doing the same thing. Goldfish Mobula every time.
It does seem like a good build, especially if you have a very strong Mobula. You can gun them down mid-range, even long-range. And if someone comes to harass your Mobula, you just Hawacha the crap out of them. And if a bit of extra love is needed, then the Mobula can turn and finish off that enemy.
Yep, Greased Hades does quite a bit of work. Now, the one downside to this build, or this team comp for Red, is that you only have really just one thing that can... Oh, wait a minute. Hold that thought. They're not going Hades.
Of course
Look
not.
at the Reborn. That is a mine launcher
Oh,
on that
God.
3. Oh, my goodness.
I
Now
was
we
about
got
to say,
something
like,
different.
They're going Gatling Artemises, but because that's one of Sunstream's favorite ships. But it seems that Hadush has made a name for himself as the prominent mine gunner, and I'd be interested in seeing a fight between Hadush on a mine launcher and some of Clan's best mine launcher dudes piloting against each other, firing mines at each other.
Yeah, and look at Blue Side. Blue Side's going with a carrot on their Pyramidion and a Huacha fish as well, so not a lot of hull stripping in this match, other than a couple of Gats and a mine launcher in play. This is going to be a very, very interesting match here. I'm thinking it's going to be between... a lot of bloom popping is going to be in play, of course. I think it's going to come down to how... the Narwhal can set up things for the East Trading Company as we get ready to load in a match right now.
Another note on that Pyramidion, the Caronade Artemis is quite a good counter to Mobula, since it can lock down their components and also their balloon.
And also a
allowing them
good...
to be
Yeah, and also a good
more
counter to
effective.
the Goldfish as well, because you got that art that can just snipe out the front gun of the Goldfish. But we'll get to that in a moment. I'm going to do the full call-outs here this week. Ship number 1 is the Dragon's Rage, piloted by Zedion. It is a Huacha fish with double-side Caro. Ship number 2 is the Reborn, piloted by Sunstrom. It is a Mobula with a mine launcher top, double Artemis bottom. We have a Gatling and a Caro on the sides. Ship number 3 is the GFA Narwhal. It is piloted by Captain Scrowbeard. It's a Huacha fish with a Gatling and a Caro on the sides. And ship number 4 is the Ethereal Moth. It is piloted by Mirwin. It is a Carrot. Caro Artemis Pyramidion with a Gatling and a Flare on the sides. And I think this is the ship we really need. Actually, no, I take that back. You're right. The Imperial Moth is going to be the ship to watch. You do make a good point. Whether or not they can control the guns on the against the Chef Zedion's side, the Zedion's potatoes, if they can control the guns, especially that Hwacha, I think they've got a chance in this match. But they really need to get that Hwacha Fish's front gun out immediately, and then go from there. If they can keep it at about mid-range, maybe not mid-range, but just outside of close-range combat, they've got the advantage. Not much of one, but they got a little bit of an advantage. Meanwhile, shots start going out as they pick up... Oh, they're starting to pick up some guns on the Ethereal Moth. And just as I say they need to keep it at mid-range, potentially, they've just lost all their guns, the Carrot. And mine's going out. The Narwhal trying to put Hwacha out on the Reborn. Not too effective, though. No guns go down on the Reborn. Actually, no, one gun goes down on the Reborn.
The poor Ephemeral Moth kind of boxed in between his ally and 3 mines.
Yeah, that's not a good spot right there. They can go forward against the Reborn. That might be what they want to do here. No, they're deciding to go after the Dragon's Rage. An interesting choice. I don't know if I like that decision. They both turned and then they both got mined kind of sideways. Now they're caught between a rock and a hard place. The Moth has been hull broken. And now the mine combo.
Gonna watch on the Reborn, preventing the Reborn from completely killing the Moth. Yet
Dragon's Rage
comes the next mine.
Oh, Dragon's Rage getting a balloon shot. Oh, the Narwhal picks up the Dragon's Rage guns. All guns disabled on the Dragon's Rage. That means that the Moth might have a bit of a chance here, but I'm not thinking they have much of a chance unless they can pop some guns. Looks like they do start popping some guns on the Reborn. They're finally picking up some guns. That mine, however, picks up the hull of the Moth. That could be a kill. They are just diving downwards. Oh, they just clipped the environment. 1-0 in favor of Potatoes au gratin.
Yeah, I gotta point out those mines, very beautifully thrown, very tactical, boxing in enemies, trying to prevent them from zoning the enemy, actually, from moving up, down, left, right. So we should keep a close eye on those mines.
That is a particularly brutal mine because it turned the Hwacha away from both red ships. That should get the kill right there. That should pick it up. An absolutely brilliant mine as Dragon's Rage looks to pick up the ram kill. They do not pick it up. However, it should be just a matter of time before the Narwhal goes down. There's the hull break. There's the kill right there. 2-0 in favor of red. Excuse me just one moment, folks. I'll be right back.
So at this point, East Chaldon Trading Company has the decision if they want to spawn nice and close to try to rush that Mobula. That would be an alternative. Otherwise, they could try to set up an ambush, but with those mines, it's not going to be easy to rush a Mobula, especially with Hatu's shooting. Lothgar mine is a formidable enemy.
It is.
Something I wouldn't want to run in myself.
Dragon's Rage has found Blue, and that is a Hwacha coming out on the Moth. Oh, that is poor luck right there by Blue. Zedion finding the Moth there. Getting good Hwacha out. Hull break already on the Narwhal. Dragon's Rage smelling blood here.
It's only going to be a matter of time before that becomes a 2v2.
Yep, and here comes the Reborn, and those Artemai are coming out on the Moth looking to disable engines. However, very unfortunate situation for Zedion. Moth has the Goomba lined up. They have the Goomba lined up. They do get the Goomba. They pick it up 2-1. A very unfortunate move there for Zedion, not seeing the Moth and getting caught in the Goomba.
Well, now the Reborn is in a bit of a pickle. They are picking up a bit of permanent hull damage on the Moth.
Yes, they do pick up the hull break.
They will not be able to get out of here if Blue Team goes full aggression.
Indeed, and Reborn backing it up, but they can't really back up here. They've got nowhere to back up to. That's environment right behind them. Narwhal, Narwhal needs to really get that Hwacha out. Yeah, there they go. They got the Hwacha out on the Reborn. Reborn looking to go under. They really need to get under or over the Moth. They have nowhere to back up. They have to get... Uh-oh. That's not good for the Reborn. They run into their own mine. That's a hull break on the Reborn. And Blue now smelling blood. This could be a kill right here on the Reborn. However, they're trying to Hydro out of it. That's a Hydro right there. It looks like Moth is trying to get that carronade into the Reborn. They're desperately trying to pop that balloon. Hwacha going out on the engines.
Dragon's Rage is back in the fight.
Yes, they are,
Not
and they
too
cannot
late.
pursue.
But not too early at the moment.
Great job by Reborn staying alive as Dragon's Rage picks up the save right there for the Reborn.
Seems that East Caledon Trading Company is going to continue focusing the Goldfish.
I like the call.
Well-
I like the call
well-
in this situation. They should focus the Goldfish. They should focus Dragon's Rage. However, I don't like the positioning from Moth.
It's a
Ooh,
crane.
excuse me.
It happens to everyone.
That's true, but Moth needs to be very careful. You know that Dragon's Rage looks for rams, and you're backed up against environment. That's like Zedion's licking his chops right there. You know he is. He's going to ram. Watch for the ram kill from Dragon's Rage as there's a hull break on the Moth. They're deciding, however, not to take it yet. That is carronades going into the Moth's balloon. Now that has been a balloon break there. Dragon's Rage just backing it up, looking to make it a 1v1 situation. Are they going to go under the Moth? They're going to try this again. They're going to try this again. Last time they tried this, they got Goomba stomped into the ground. They do make it happen, though. They're going for the Narwhal. This is the play they were trying to set up earlier. They do make it successful this time. All guns on the Narwhal have been broken.
Good mine going out on the Pira, knocking him off course, taking down or damaging his Artemis.
It looks like this is the exact matchup that Zedion's Potatoes was looking for. They want Goldfish versus Goldfish, and they want Mobula versus Pyramidian. And the Dragon's Rage looking for the combination Goomba and Ram. They do pick it up, 3-1 in favor of the Potatoes. Meanwhile, Reborn and Ethereal Moth going at it right now. Zedion about to put a watch into the back of the Moth, and there it is. 4-1 in favor of Potatoes au gratin.
If I would have to predict something, I believe the Dragon's Rage is going to go for... Oh, well, they just did a friendly ram. I'm believing Dragon's Rage is going to go run off these spawns in hopes that he's going to catch East Caledon Trading Company off in the open again.
I don't think Reborn should suicide here. You're saying they should. I don't think they should.
I'm not saying Reborn should suicide. I'm just saying that Dragon's Rage is probably going to go off to open the engagement.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Now East Caledon Trading Company already spawned, and it doesn't seem that Exadian's chefs know exactly where they are, which
Not
is
yet.
interesting because I believe they're expecting them to be to the northwest, but they did.
Oh, they've been
to the
spotted.
northeast.
Everybody's getting spotted now, so I think everybody kind of has an idea of where they are. And Reborn getting watched, but that is not a good watcher right there. That's a little early on that watcher from the Narwhal. Oh, mine going out. Good mine right there by Hadish. Oh, there goes the Artemai onto the Narwhal. Good mine right there. Turning the Narwhal away, that's really important, especially against a Goldfish where your front gun is critical. If you can get a mine to not only break things on the Narwhal, but also turn the Narwhal, you've done more than enough to set up kills. And the Moth is in a bad position right now. The Dragon's Rage pushing in, trying to push the Moth back. That means that the Narwhal could get caught here if they're not careful. Narwhal needs to be very careful with what Dragon's Rage is doing. They need to pay attention to that push. Oh, they're getting boxed in. Is the Narwhal? Narwhal gets hull broken. A watcher going out on the Moth. I do not like this push from the Moth unless the Narwhal can push in. They're pushing back, so that may not be good for the Moth. However, watcher going out too low. Way too low.
Hitting their ally too. But
Poor
I actually disagree. I think that was a good push. They did take half of Exadian's balloon, which does give them a slight advantage in maneuverability.
It was a bad push because the Narwhal didn't follow up. That's the point. That's the point I was trying to make. The Narwhal was backing up. Without the follow-up from the Narwhal, that was not a good push. With the follow-up from the Narwhal, that is a good push.
Hull break on the Narwhal.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and again, it's... the play was correct from the Moth. I didn't like it because Narwhal was not in position to do anything about it. You got to have that follow-up. Good teamwork, good discipline is what you need, especially in a team format. You can't just roll into SCS and be like and be all hero mode as the Moth is about to go down, and there they go. 5-1 in favor of Chef Zedion's au gratin potatoes.
Well, it wouldn't be completely fair to say that East Caledon Trading Company goes into all hero mode into SCS, but I do understand what you meant.
Yeah.
They didn't have the same team coordination as Zedion's chefs. That being said, this match is a very good example of how offensive minds can really ruin your day. So I know this hasn't been like the meta always. There has been a time way back when mines were not used offensively, but this is a good example of such usage.
Yeah, and again, I know I'm oversimplifying some of these things when it comes to strategy, and don't think that I'm trying to portray Eschaldan Trading Company as having gone hero mode there. They were not. It's more of a matter of you have to have precise timing on the teamwork. The plan was sound. The Pyramidians' push was sound, but the Goldfish was not in the right position to make the play that needed to be made. And once that happened, you just knew what was going to happen next. And Zedion was going to set something up, and Sunstrom was going to finish something off, and we were going to have a 5-1. Just seeing that play out, it's like, okay, I know it's coming. I know things, I know what they're thinking. It's GG. That's the point I'm trying to make here, is that you can be a great pub team. In SCS, it's a much different animal. And East Shoulder Training Company knows this. They're a good team. They've won SCSs before. This is a good team.
They
But
have?
I think so. Have they not?
I don't think so. I think we're still waiting for them to win.
I thought
I'm
they
not
had
sure.
won one.
That'd be interesting to see.
Okay, I'd have to go back and look. I could have sworn they have though. They had though. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure somebody in chat will correct me if I'm very wrong. We got to keep the percentages up. 92.5%. You know how it goes. But now we have the next lobby going up. And we will get those teams sorted out for you in just a moment, folks. And while we're waiting for teams to load in, let's actually discuss some of the upcoming big changes coming to Guns of Icarus starting November the 9th. So for those of you who are not aware, big stuff is coming. For those of you who are interested in the PvP side of things, the Mobula and the Squid are getting some changes. The Mobula is not going to have as much horizontal mobility anymore. I believe they nerfed some of the engines on the Mobula. Also, the Squid is going to become a little more squishy with more armor but less permahull. So you can't really do that tanking method with the Squids anymore, since you only really needed 4 spanner shots to rebuild the hull armor of a Squid. So it's going to be a little more mobility will be required for the Squid anymore. Of course, the big news coming from it will be open beta for Alliance mode. For those of you interested in PvE mode, it's coming back. Open beta. We're going to have a full season of war starting on November the 9th, amongst other changes, and you'll be able to see all the information on that. And I'll get y'all a link to that post on the official Guns of Icarus website in just a few minutes.
Hold on, you forgot one of the most important balance changes. Mobula not only being nerfed, of course, vertically and acceleration forward and backwards, will get their guns pointing 5 degrees further inward, which allows for a lot more builds, especially for closer range builds. But I don't believe it's the same as it used to be. I believe it was 10 degrees further in than we have at the moment. So we're getting there.
It's halfway in between, yeah.
The crowd has been shouting to get that nerfed. No, buffed, I guess. So these arcs changed, since a lot of the nicer builds or more funner builds, especially in pub map matches, has been are not possible anymore. For example, triple Hades or I don't know, Flak Gatling or all mortars.
And for those of you watching on Twitch, I have released the Muse post on the official website. That link right there will take you to exactly what all the changes upcoming will be. And if you want to check out an interview with in which I sit down with Muse CEO Howard So and Community Director Matthew Hartman, we talk about some of these changes. We talk about the upcoming Alliance beta. We talk about some of the changes with the ships. We talk about all this stuff and how those changes came to be. If you want to check that out, that's on my YouTube channel. That link is right underneath my Twitch stream here. Of course, if you're on the YouTube channel watching the replay, that information, you can just find my channel, very easy to find over there. And if you can't find it, just send me a message on Steam. I'll be more than happy to link you directly to it. I'm an easy guy to find, just don't even worry about it. You can find me easy. There's only 2 people named Lysanya on Steam, and I'm the one that's not the. No, I'm not both of them. No.
Oh,
I'm
Jedi,
the one.
though.
That's the conspiracy theory. That is the conspiracy theory that people think that. Oh, is that right? Is that right?
Yes.
Is that result right? Oh my god, if that result is right, that is a huge upset.
Yes, it seems that Clan has been eliminated from SES, losing against the Zealous
Armada. Holy cow,
Zealot.
That is an upset right there. Zealous Armada with a 5-4 win over Clan.
Which is quite surprising, because we believed that Clan was going to be second place, and either East Chaladon or Zealot would be third. That being said, now we're going to have a match between East Chaladon Training Company versus Zealot. I'm going to call him Zealot. That's
Zealot's
fine.
Mm-hmm.
Know them as.
That's their clan tag. It works. And I'm going to get those up for you here. East Chaladon Training Company should be red. There we go. And
yeah, we gotta wait. I believe Solidus just restarted his game somehow. Seems that lately there has been a bit of a problem with the game. A lot of people crashing, a lot of people getting disconnected, experiencing lag, falling off ships. All sorts of stuff has been happening lately.
Yeah, and yeah,
it's all part
it has,
of the new user interface.
Yeah, a little bit. And big thanks to Guagadu for hosting my live stream here. Looks like his stream has finished up, so thank you so much for hosting the bottom bracket for us, Guagadu. And for those of you just tuning in, thank you so much for tuning into Lysanya's Lounge, and we'll get you caught up with all the action here as we load into the Road to Redemption finals. That between the recently victorious Zealous Armada and what I would consider to be an upset, a 5-4 win over Clan. And for those of you just tuning in, the Chef Zedion's Potatoes Au Gratin successfully made it to the grand finals, defeating East Chaladon Trading Company 5-1. That means that our next match will be between East Chaladon Trading Company and the Zealous Armada. This will actually be a rematch of the first round matchup between these 2 teams. So we're getting to see it twice. In that first matchup you saw on Guagadu's stream, East Chaladon Trading Company won 5-1 over the Zealous Armada. Meanwhile, Zealous Armada with that 5-4 win, that I would say a mild upset over Clan. Meanwhile, to get us to where we're at right now, Chef Zedion's Potatoes with a 5-0 win over Clan and a 5-1 win over the East Chaladon Trading Company. That means that this match is an elimination match. The loser will be eliminated in third place, and the winner goes on to the grand finals to face Chef Zedion's Potatoes Au Gratin. Many potatoes were flipped to create this match here today.
Lots and lots. At least 8 potatoes.
At least.
Maybe 7.5.
I don't know. Alright, we got match chat going here. We need match chat to quiet down as the referee is about to start the timer here. As we have all pilots in, that means we can start the timer.
We are losing. We are missing one on the Zealot side, though.
This is true. However,
they should be coming in very soon.
Yeah. However, with all pilots in play,
there we go.
And yeah, see, you can bring them in. That's fine. All right, here we go. We've got all teams in play, and there's 3.5 minutes until ship lock. As a reminder, East Chaladon Trading Company will be red, and the Zealous Armada will be blue. Zealous Armada, for those of you just tuning in, Zealous Armada bringing in a lot of new faces into SCS. Now, granted, Solidus Bucket is not a newcomer to SCS. Neither is Faded Silhouette. Luharis also a veteran of SCS, but a lot of people on the second ship, Renee's ship, a lot of these people are relatively new to SCS. Not all of them, but oh yeah, let's get that match chat clear.
Yeah, as you said before, Solidus Bucket is actually Sunström's co-captain. So if Zealot wins this match, they will be facing off against each other again, as we saw last SCS.
So we get the rivalry back again.
I'm wondering honestly what's going on in Skyborn that Solidus has chosen to go for Zealots. I will have to go check with them in the after SES celebration that they usually do.
I will say this.
Or morning, depending on how well it went.
I'm glad to see Solidus going and helping some of these other clans right here and helping to bring them up in SCS, because this is the one thing. This has been one of the biggest criticisms in SCS. It's the same people running through every single week, and it's true. But when new teams come in and they get stomped into the ground and nothing happens, and it's just like, hey, some of them go like, why bother? And then to see people like Solidus come and help Zealot, for Luharis to go and help Zealot, all those people coming in and just really helping some of these mid-tier teams rise up and becoming even better teams. This is what has been needed in SCS, in my opinion, to really make it a much more interesting tournament, I guess. You can see a lot more teams with. I'm not saying that they're going to be brought up to be like grand champion level, but if you can make more competitive matches mean more excitement for everyone. Hey, a few upsets here and there don't hurt either, right?
Right, and we have seen Solidus changing teams occasionally. He has been flying for Grims. We did team up once in SES before too. So he's not a stranger to teaming up with new and unfamiliar captains. And I believe that's also for those more experienced captains watching, that's a good way of learning, at least from the mistakes of your ally, and seeing what you could do better in the future. So big props to Solidus for joining Zealot. That being said, of course, I'm East Chalodon Trading Company fan, and I hope that they finally get their win in SCS.
You never know. This could be the week, right? Could happen.
This could be it. I have a good feeling. I believe they've learned from that match against Sunström and Exidian, and with a bit of luck, they might be able to turn that about.
Actually, no. Clan was the one that fit. Oh wait, yeah, that was our most recent matchup. Yeah, so Eshalodon Trading Company. Yeah, they did some good things in that match. They had some good plays, but their timing on a lot of things was inconsistent. So let's see if they clean that up against the Zealous Armada. Should be very interesting to see what Zealous Armada does, especially with that upset in the last matchup against Clan. Although I will say this, Clan looked like they were just going through the motions in our first matchup. But we will see what Zealous Armada has in store for us here today, as our next matchup is the Road to Redemption Finals on Northern Fjords. Northern Fjords is a very balanced map, but it is a very icy map as well. Of course, you have a very, very tall, excuse me, you have a very low floor on one end of the map, and of course, you have the very, very open spawns in play. Let's go ahead and take care of ship callouts. Ship number 1 is the GFA Narwhal. It is piloted by Captain Scrowbeard. It is a Huacha fish with a Gatling and a Caro on the sides. Ship number 2 is the Poodle Moth, piloted by Mirwin. It is a blender fish. Don't see that very often in SCS. A blender fish with a side flamethrower and Gatling. Ship number 3 is the Mob EULA. It is piloted by Solidus Bucket. We have a Mobula with a Gatling up top. This is the ship you were talking to me about earlier. Gatling up top, Artemis and Banshee on the bottom, and on the wings, Gatling and a mine launcher. And ship number 4, the Queen Anne's Zeal, piloted by Rene Descartes. It is a Huacha fish with a Gatling and a Caro on the sides. Lots of close range builds for this matchup. The only real long range are going to be the engineers on the bottom deck. You've got the Artemis and the Banshee in play.
I like the setup at the moment. Seems that East Chelverton Trading Company is hoping to lure down blue team to a lower altitude, giving their Carrowfish a bit of an advantage. I'm not sure. It seems that they are impatient though, so they might be rising up to engage.
So we're going to get a lot of close-range combat as this Road Redemption final has started here. As Narwhal looking to engage the mob EULA. A good watch coming out from the Queen Anne Zeal with the hull break on the Narwhal. Narwhal in a bad spot right now, losing about 40% perma. Poodlemoth moving in on the Queen Anne Zeal. Of course, Carronade's very effective against Mobulas. That may be what they're thinking. We'll get to that in just a moment as the Narwhal continuing to lose perma. Almost balloon broken. They are down to about 40% perma. Narwhal once again hull broken by the mob EULA. They're down about 20%, maybe about 20% perma. Backing up is the Narwhal. Narwhal definitely needs to get out of that gat range right now. Maybe re-engage on, say, the Queen Anne Zeal. That might be a better move right now. Stay out of range and then wait for the mob to make a mistake. But they took too long to do it. They took way too long to do it. Poodlemoth hull broken. They lose about 15% perma. They're hull broken once again. Now they move in on the mob EULA. Now they get the good watch out there. Not many guns going down, just one. Queen Anne has been balloon broken.
Yeah, between Poodlemoth and Queen Anne's, the Poodlemoth should win. Usually Carrowfish wins against Hawacha fish. That being said, the Narwhal... Oh, the Narwhal is behind the Mobula at this moment. This could be...
This could be a bit of a game changer. Yes, this could be. Good positioning by the Narwhal on the mob. Unless the mob is trying to go for the Poodlemoth, that could be what's going on. They're trying to re-engage on the Poodlemoth. Looks like that could be a mistake right there by the mob. If they cannot get into position, that could be dangerous. Mob has been hull broken. I'm not going to call it a mistake just yet, but I'm wondering if there's a bit of a communication breakdown going on the blue side as Narwhal trying to stay on the back of the EULA. They have not done so. The Mobula finally gets the front side on the Narwhal. That could spell doom for the Narwhal.
Yeah, at this point, the mob will have to take out the Narwhal to go and save his ally in hopes that his ally stays alive long enough before after he kills Narwhal. I'm confused.
That's okay. That's okay. Right now. The main thing we're watching is the Narwhal versus the EULA, and there's a good watcher right there on the mob. Narwhal doing its job, disabling and keeping the Mobula out of the equation. However, the Poodlemoth is struggling against the Queen Anne, not really able to put any perma. There's a hull break once again. There's a hull break on the Narwhal. Not in good position. However, that watch comes out and disables any guns that could potentially completely break the Narwhal. A good job right there by the Narwhal getting that watch out just in time. Meanwhile, the Queen Anne Zeal, again balloon broken, but again no perma hull coming off. Poodlemoth just not really able to do much here, and the EULA finally getting away from the Narwhal just a little bit. Putting a little bit of distance between themselves and the Narwhal. Looks like it's going to stay with the 1v1. Let's go ahead and check in on the Poodlemoth as Poodlemoth is slowly but surely trying to drive Queen Anne Zeal down into the ground. They have not done so yet, though. Meanwhile, they've got a hull break on the Narwhal. That might be the kill.
No Banshees yet.
Yeah, they're the Banshees, but they're coming out late. Narwhal down to about 5% perma. That watch has got to go out. Oh, a good disable on the watch by Faded. A perfect one right there. That could spell doom for the Narwhal. And that is a lock Gatling going out on the Narwhal right there. You can tell by that.
There's been no kill, by the way.
Yes, off screen. Yes, Poodlemoth finally does pick up ship number 4. They do pick it up off screen. It is 1-0 in favor of Red. Meanwhile, the Narwhal has been hull broken as well. Is the Gatling going to pick it up? No, they get out with 2 pixels of health. 2 pixels of perma.
Close.
They do lose their balloon, though.
But the ropes are getting tighter. At this point, they have not much of space to get out of there.
Oh,
luckily,
this could be...
Poodlemoth is coming in
Yes,
to,
they are.
To
balloon
knock
break.
the Mobula off course.
Great ram right there. Great combo.
Beautiful.
The mob should be dead right here. They are dead. 2-0 in favor of Red.
What a save. What a save.
That is a
We're playing
great
Rocket
job.
League now, by the way.
That is
What a save.
I know, right? That's a great job right there by the Blenderfish. Now, I will say this. The Blenderfish took a little bit too long, in my opinion, taking out the Queen Anne Zeal. However, once they did so, that Mobula just stood no chance.
I also want to say something. When Walter was counting up the teams that Solidus has paired up with, he forgot the most important one.
I'm sorry, you're not
And
coming
in
in. I'm sorry, you're not coming in clearly. Say again.
Water forgot the most important team that Solid has ever made.
What would that be?
Sky Thieves.
Lightning Thieves, isn't it?
Oh, Lightning Thieves. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he paired up with us a couple of times.
Oh, yeah. I remember that
Obviously,
one now.
the most important team
Yeah.
ever.
Yes, you would say that.
Oh, right, and we're
As
back
the,
to the fight. The Mobula is going for the Pudelmoth, funny enough, although they could kill the Narwhal with 2 Gatling shots or 1.
Yeah, and they're in the blue spawn right now, so I would say if I'm blue, I'd go ahead and just go ahead and take out the Narwhal now. I think that's probably the best move right here, especially since Poodlemoth, all they really have is that blender up front. I'd say just go ahead and take them out. However, they are going for the Poodlemoth. They get a little bit of perma-hull off them. Meanwhile, the Narwhal just free runs it. Oh, Queen Anne Zeal with the kill right there. 2-1 blue on the board. However, Narwhal now in a bad spot. There's a hull break on the mob. Of course, the Mobula in play right here. That is the Hawacha-fish. They could pick up some perma.
But they decided to shoot the Hawacha at the Queen Anne's. They could have possibly killed that Mobula right there. But at this point, there's no point in running away either.
No.
There's so little health. Might as well just see how much damage they can do, how much annoyance they can do before they go down.
Yeah, they were not going to get out of it no matter what. So I agree at this point, you might as well put out as much perma. I don't know if I like the Hawatch shot on the Queen Anne Zeal, like you mentioned before. They could have picked up some up on the Mobula. However, hindsight's always 20/20. It's 2-2 all tied up. They did pick up about maybe 5% perma on the Mobula.
Bit of Gatling fire.
Yep, just a little bit of Gatling fire. Not much.
Hey, I mean, if the Narwhal was damaged like that before, no, sorry, the Narwhal was damaged like this before the engagement, they would have died back in Candy Mountain, the Cathedral. Sorry, they would have died in the Cathedral back here.
And Zedion making mention of flying with Zealot before, and hey, you know what? I've flown with Zealot before, not in SES, of course, but I've flown with them before. I'm good friends with a lot of them in Zealot, and definitely good people. But yeah, in terms of SCS, again, I have to be impartial when it comes to assessing where each team stands. Let's be honest. Zealous Armada not quite at the point yet where they're at Skyborn or Rider or etc. etc. They're not there yet. They're working there. They're getting new people into their SCS team, and that's a good thing. We want to see new blood in SCS, but it's going to take them some time to really make it work. They're going to need a little bit of time to get that teamwork down, to get their timings down, things like that. They're going to get there. Just they're not there yet. They're in the beginning phases of doing that.
Alright, seems that the East Chellerland Trading Company is going to go for a northern approach. Interesting idea. Hopefully, I mean, I'm guessing they're hoping to drag Zealots into this wider open area where they will be able to get the kill on all this like rubble on the ground next to the ship. But currently, I'm confused about what their plan is. I'm not sure if they even know where Zealot is, or the teams know where their opponents are.
I don't think they know just yet. I think there are going to be some spots going out here very, very soon, though. Oh, yeah, there they go. Speak of the devil. There's your spots. Looks like Red's been spotted, Blue's been spotted, everybody's been spotted, Spectator ship's been spotted. Oh, wait a minute.
Hey, we've been spotted.
We've been spotted. We're on stream. Oh, crap. Everybody run. Get to the hole. As ships are now jockeying for position, Poodlemoth with a bit of a bump there on the bottom of the map. Oh, the Artemai coming out now from the Mobula. They're looking to pick up that front gun. Oh, that could have been a pick up there if that second shot had hit, but there was a bit of a gap between those two Artemai, so that means that front gun stays alive. Poodlemoth, however, needs to be very careful. I think that they are going to be very critical, especially considering that Mobulas have a difficult time dealing with getting their balloons popped. Poodlemoth is going to be very critical, in my opinion, as to who wins this matchup. I'd like to see the Poodlemoth get in a 2v1 Narwhal and the Poodlemoth against the Mobula. I'd like to see that happen. We'll see how they decide to play it out, as looks like Red is content to go ahead and just snipe a few mine balloons. I saw one of them get popped and a mine dropped all the way to the bottom of the floor. Yes, you can do that. You can actually explode the mines midair. You can shoot them. They're fair game for everyone.
I'm looking forward to seeing a mine drop down onto an enemy. That would be some.
Oh
some
my
pretty
god,
cool
that
moves.
would be next level mine launchers right there. I can't wait for that either.
Like you put a wall of mines and then ask your ally to just wait. If they see something below, they just start popping the mines and they start falling. And it reminds you of a different game where you like dodge the mines while they're coming down from the top. I don't know. I don't know what it's called.
As Zedion says, I need more. Zedion's basically saying he needs more potatoes for his potatoes au gratin. He's trying to cook up a masterpiece. Of course, we'll see Zedion's, Chef Zedion's potatoes au gratin in the grand finals. They'll face the winner of this matchup between the East Sheldon Trading Company and Zealous Armada.
Oh, it seems that the engagement is starting off. Hawacha
Yes.
going in on the Mobula, picking
Good
up
Watcha.
3 components. Main engine side and Banshee, which is going to buy the Poodle Mob a bit more time in case the mob decides to focus on them.
Indeed. Looks like Poodle Moth once again going for the Queen Anne's Eel. Now they have great positioning, however that hull break is going to cause problems for the Poodle Moth. That could have been a very aggressive play by the Poodle Moth, but they're not really able to follow up much. Narwhal, meanwhile, going in a 1v1 against the Mobula. Queen Anne's Eel breaking off of the Poodle Moth. They won't be able to for long because the Poodle Moth has that blender turned on the Queen Anne's Eel.
This is not good for the Narwhal.
Nope.
The East Charlton just got what they didn't want, the Mobula going up against the Carrowfish, and both are Watcha fish fighting against each other. Not the
Yeah.
optimal thing.
Oh, they're going to put both of them on the Mobula here? Is that what they're looking for? Hull break on the Mobula, excuse me, on the Poodle Moth. Oh, and they run right into the Mobula. Oh, a big mistake by the Poodle Moth. 3-2.
Actually, the Mobula hydroed up into the fish.
Yes, he
They
did.
lost their balloon for that, but it was worth it, of course.
Absolutely, you pick up a kill for that one. Absolutely worked. But still a big mistake. You got to remember the Mobula has great vertical mobility, especially that close to the Mobula. You have to know when to make your break. And Narwhal may pay for it here as well. This should be a pretty much a clean 4-2 for Blue.
Poodle Moth might get into the meat.
No,
grind.
they won't. Yeah, there they go. Oh, Poodle, you're right. Poodle Moth might actually get into the meat grind. They need to about face right now. Or they go, oh no, this is bad by the Poodle Moth. This is a bad decision right here. You called it, Huskar. The conveyor belt has started. Poodle Moth running in 1v2. A bad decision, however, they may not pay for it.
Only losing one engine and having the other engine slightly damaged. Should be able to get out of there. Or at least buy some time.
Keep an eye on the
around
fresh
Candyman.
spawn for the Narwhal. Narwhal could come in and flank. Let's see where the Narwhal spawns. They're going to spawn on the side of the blue ships. Poodle Moth, however, hull broken, balloon broken. It may be too little, too late. Poodle Moth may be going down right here. In fact, that should be the match. Poodle Moth down
See
to
a lot
about
smelling
20.
blood there.
Yes, they are. 10% perma on the Poodle Moth. And there it is. Blue wins 5-2, going 5 straight kills. Zealous Armada, dare we say, another upset to get to the grand finals here today against Chef Zedion's au gratin potatoes. Zealous Armada with a 5-2 win over the East Sheldon Trading Company.
Yeah, it was interesting, to be honest. The East Sheldon Training Company did not get what they wanted. They were hoping to get 1v1s, and they would have probably won if they would have managed to split up Zealot's teams enough, or ships enough, to get the 1v1 advantage on on the opponents. I mean, we did see it at the beginning, how Zealots did get their first 2 kills in. Did lose a lot of health going up against that Mobula, but did buy enough time for the Poodle Moth to kill the what was it, the Poodle Moth? The Carrowfish to kill the other Watcha fish.
Wow!
my-
Wow! I mean, we talk about upsets sometimes happening in SCS. This is one of those times. Could this be the coming out party for the Zealous Armada? This is I would dare say, an improbable run for the Zealous Armada, getting to the grand finals here today, beating both Clan and the East Sheldon Trading Company, 2 very strong teams. two very strong teams, two veteran teams in SCS. Zealous Armada is going to meet the Potatoes Au Gratin in the grand finals. I gotta say, did not see this one coming. But we will get that grand finals matchup for you here in just a couple of minutes. And of course, big thanks to everybody tuning in here to Sunday Community Skirmish number 127. We are about to start the grand finals matchup between Chef Zedion's Potatoes Au Gratin and the Zealous Armada. For those of you just tuning in, we will go through the entire bracket here. What has happened up to this point? First off, in the first round, Chef Zedion's Potatoes Au Gratin with a 5-0 win over Clan and a 5-1 win over the East Shaldon Trading Company to reach this point. Meanwhile, the Zealous Armada losing in the first round 5-1 to the East Shaldon Trading Company, then winning 5-4 in their next matchup against Clan to eliminate Clan from SCS number 127, and then the matchup you just saw, a 5-2 win over the East Shaldon Trading Company to advance to this grand finals.
Yes, we will be having Chef Zedion's Potatoes against Zealous or Zealot Armada, which I'm not sure what map this is going to be on or what's going on, but you know.
Yeah, we are flying blind with the maps. It looks like it's going to be on Duel at Dawn. I am definitely excited to see this.
I reposted the thing.
You reposted it. Perfect.
Yeah.
I will refresh that.
The thing has been reposted.
The thing has been posted and reposted. Outstanding. Now we have, let's see. I'm still showing the maps as the same thing.
Oh, no, because I just put it in as a guest user, I couldn't edit it. So
oh, you did a new one. Okay.
A new forum post.
Very good. In that case, let's check out. Yeah, it'll be Duel at Dawn for our next matchup. And if we have to have a second Grand Finals matchup, that will be on Battle of the Dunes. So we get, for the Grand Finals, we get the smallest map in Guns of Icarus and the largest map in Guns of Icarus back to back if we go to a second Grand Finals matchup. So if the Zealous Armada wins SCS number 127, they will have earned it on the two extreme maps, with the smallest and of course the most open map in Guns of Icarus. Two different playstyles for each one. However, they have to win this first matchup in order to get to that point. This first matchup of the Grand Finals will be on Duel at Dawn. If Chef Zedion's Potatoes Au Gratin wins this matchup, they will win SCS number 127. Zealous Armada must win 2 matches in order to do so.
Seems that blue team does not have captains today, and for some reason I'm down here in the ship, which I'm not trying to be.
All right, we're just waiting on pilots for the blue side. Of course, the Zealous Armada will be on blue. This is a bit of a coming out party for the Zealous Armada. Great to see them finally start to put it together here. And this is a map, this might be... Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, there's jokes going about that the captains have been bailing. Oh, okay, now Huskar will be flying today. Oh, well, I guess not. I'm sure Huskar, as a ref, could probably tilt this game into his favor and be like, no. Sidian, you are banned because you use too much carronades and hawachas.
No, his potatoes were rotten.
Oh, well, they're not rotten. It's Groru or Garu, or how's it pronounced? I mean...
Au gratin.
Gratin or something.
No, it's French. It's French.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure you're not pronouncing that right, unless you speak French.
I don't speak French. I speak au
Yeah,
gratin.
me neither.
It's cheese.
Gratin.
I had French for 3 years. I know what I'm doing.
There you go. See, getting a little bit of culture here on Lysanya's Lounge here today. Just a little bit. All right, there's Solidus. Okay, so we've got everybody here, and we can start up that timer. And of course, Huskar right on cue starting up that timer. Beautiful. Of course, for those of you just tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in to SCS number 127. We are about to start the grand finals, match number 1. And if necessary, we will have match number 2 immediately following this. But first things first, we got to take care of this matchup. For those of you just tuning in, the Zealous Armada coming back from the Road to Redemption, they must win 2 matches to win SCS number 127. Zedion's Potatoes only needs to win 1 match, so it could be decided on this map. It's on Duel at Dawn, as I mentioned before. It's the smallest map on Guns of Icarus, only 1,500 meters by 1,500 meters. So lots of chances to get up close and personal with your enemy. This could be something that assists the Zealous Armada. Zealous Armada seems to do better with close range maps. However, Zedion is a very aggressive pilot himself and thrives in these sorts of environments, the close range maps with his Huacha-fish. So that comfort level that the Zealous Armada has may be negated directly by Zedion. We'll see how they adjust to it, especially with Sunstrom going with a Mobula. Let's take a quick peek and see what he's going to run with. Oh, he's running with a Mine Launcher here up top. We're not going Hades, we're going Mine Launcher up top here, folks.
Not Gatling, not Hades, Mine Launcher.
We're going Mine Launcher top with the Gat Caro sides. So double Artemis in play as well. So it looks like that Mobula may try to be. Oh, looks like a switch over to the Carrot. They're going with a they're going with the Carrot here. They're going Artemis on 1, Carronade on 2. No, they're going Gat Artemis now on that Pyramidion. They just switched it over.
I gotta give props to Dimitri for having changed his name now for the 3rd time. This SCS, basically every match being a different guy.
Potato patatato. You say potato, I say dinner, right?
Patato, patata.
Patatato. Basically, we got a bunch of minions running around.
I wonder if he gets like a Gatling or something. That would be cool. Because...
Banana, potato.
Oh man, you gotta work in your singing. I have the feeling. We should practice more.
We should have a
chaos. Yeah, we should have a chaos match where you start singing. That'd be beneficial to everyone, including my sense of humor. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure we'd lose viewers over that one.
Nah, it's alright. We lost viewers last time too, so it's alright.
Oh man, don't remind me.
I said before, I think that red number down there is completely random. I don't know what goes on down there.
All right, and of course we are. The lobby timer is winding down. We should have ship lock any second here. And of course, Huskar's going to give me that awkward timing. I thought we were on the same timer here, Huskar. This chat is so dirty. Oh boy.
There is stuff going on in the chat. Apparently,
all right. Yeah,
Solid
we need to get
called his ship "I Hate Sunstrom."
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think it's allowed in the rules. I'm not sure.
For SCS purposes, if I remember correctly, it's not an issue. For Guns of Icarus purposes, not so sure.
It's like a gray area. I'm not sure if he really hates him. So
yeah, I mean, it could be. Okay, now we're starting to. Yeah, now we're starting to get to that. Okay.
Well, good that you're doing the ship names, and I'll just be mispronouncing it halfway through the match. What? Not allowed to?
Damn. No. I mean, like, just okay. Okay. So, yeah, Solidus is just being Solidus. It's okay. Oh God, here we go. Let's get this chat clean, please. In match. Let's get this match chat clean, if you would, please. And I'm just gonna do a quick check. Oh, too late to do the check now. All right, as we get the Grand Finals underway here, folks. Grand Finals batch number 1 will be on Duel at Dawn. Duel at Dawn, of course, is the smallest map in Guns of Icarus, only 1,500 by 1,500 meters. Lots of places to ram people into things. And of course, you have the open area on the northwest corner of the map. Lots of places to use cover, though, on every other portion of the map. Plenty of places to hide, but really nowhere to run on this map. So
lots of ribs.
Lots of ribs and lots of ramming potential, too. Which, of course, will make several pilots in this match very, very happy.
Let's see who those happy pilots are going to be and who are not going to be too happy.
I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count.
Okay. Sunstrom.
That one doesn't count.
Rene.
That one doesn't count.
Sunstrom again.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Tota.
Okay, here we go. Ship callouts. Ship number 1 is the Dragon's Rage, piloted by Zedion. It is a Watch-a-Fish with a double-side Caro. Ship number 2 is the Reborn, piloted by Sunstrom. We have a Mine Mobula with double Artemis on the bottom and a Gatling and a Caro on the wings. Ship number 3 is the Lufisher, piloted by Solidus Bucket. We have a Watch-a-Fish with a Gatling and a Caro on the sides. Ship number 4 is the Queen Anne Zeal, piloted by Rene Descartes. It is a Gat Artemis Pyramidion with a Banshee and a Flare on the sides. The shots are already going out in this Grand Finals matchup of SCS number 127. Lufisher moving in very quickly on the Reborn, getting a Hwacha in there. Looks like Luharis is looking to pick up some guns, only picking up the side Caro. Not a good Hwacha there. As the Dragon's Rage looks to pick up a hull break of their own. Looks like the Dragon's Rage moving in to ram the Lufisher. Looks like they pick up balloon only on the hull break. And the Hwacha going out in the Dragon's Rage. Dragon's Rage in a bad spot. There's a hull break on the Dragon's Rage. Queen Anne Zeal moving in. Both red ships caught in a pincer between both blue ships. Hull break in a good ram right there by the Queen Anne Zeal. If you guessed Rene Descartes on the which pilots are happy to ram, you win the prize pool. A prize pool of an 07.
Hey, I win. Once.
Yeah, but you were on the first 2 that don't count. As the Queen Anne Zeal looking to finish off potentially the Dragon's Rage as the Lufisher going in on the Reborn. A good mine right there picking up the hull break on the Lufisher. Dragon's Rage looking to pick it up from the back.
Beautiful Hwacha taking up 80% or more of the Lufisher.
About 90% right there. Lufisher really hurting from that mine launcher into a Hwacha combo. Lufisher could go down if they're not careful. Reborn at point blank right now on the Queen Anne Zeal. Hwacha going out in Lufisher. Lufisher almost hull broken. That is a... No, they just saved the armor right there. Good job by the engineers on the Lufisher. Meanwhile, the Queen Anne Zeal in absolutely no position to assist their Goldfish. It's going to be a DPS race between the Goldfish here. And I believe that... Oh, both... No, the Dragon's Rage hull broken. Let's keep an eye on the Goldfish. As the Lufisher's been balloon broken. Hwacha coming out. And almost a hull break on the Lufisher. Not quite. But Lufisher in a bad spot as they've almost lost their balloon. They have 1 stack of fire on the hull. Not too big of a deal. But now it's going to be a big deal. That's a hull break. That's a balloon break. That should be a kill. As Zedion's licking his chops. He's looking to start his masterpiece right now. And off screen, there was a kill. Reborn picking it up 1-0. And that should be a kill right there. 2-0 in favor of red. Chef Zedion's Au Gratin Potatoes picking up the first 2 kills of the match. Reborn and Dragon's Rage winning their respective 1v1s.
And the tables have been flipped.
They have been, but we really need combatants to please keep the match chat clear. That would be very helpful for the referee. As it looks like red has decided they're going to reposition themselves. Looks like they're going to go around as blue has spawned. Reborn looking to get spots out for both ships. They've got the one on the Lufisher. Queen Anne Zeal not spotted just yet. And
but
blue has not spotted. No, now they have spotted the Reborn. Looks like Queen Anne Zeal is going to put those side guns on the Reborn. Looks like they got a Banshee and a Flare over there. Let's see what they're going to do here. They're going to turn the front of the ship over to the Reborn. Dragon's Rage gets that successful flank in, though. They're coming through the blue spawn ribs, getting them on the engines of the Queen Anne Zeal. They are completely engine broken. 3 guns go down, too. Now they're going to peel off to the Lufisher. Caro going out into the Queen Anne Zeal. Hull break on the Queen Anne Zeal.
Seems that they're not interested in the Queen Anne Zeal. They're going for the Lucy Fisher.
Lufisher, yeah, Lufisher. Lufisher, meanwhile, moving for the Reborn, and I know what they're trying to do there with the Lufisher. I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there, Solidus. I see you. As the Dragon's Rage. Oh, Dragon's Rage with a bit of a misfire there on the ram. Queen Anzil getting out of dodge. However, Dragon's Rage staying very tenaciously on the Queen Anzil. We got two 1v1s going on once again. This is an SCS that has featured a lot of 1v1s, not many 2v1s, as Dragon's Rage picks up the hull break on the Queen Anzil, ramming into the permahull. They picked up about 50% permahull there. They're looking to finish off the balloon. If they get the balloon, that should be GG on the Queen Anzil. It should be 3-0. Dragon's Rage looking to line it up here.
Oh, blue team is not in a good position at
all. Oh, yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. Reborn looking to pick up engines. There's a ram, but no hull break. Still should be it, though. Queen Anzil should go down here.
Here comes the ram. Oh, never mind.
Nope.
Watch it picking it up.
Yes, it does. 3-0 in favor of red.
Now the Luftfisher has to run! Oh wait, this map is very small, he's not going to be able to run.
They're already in their spawn as well. They really don't have anywhere to run. If they run away, red can just sit in their spawn and go, okay, you go right ahead and go to our spawn. We'll just wait for your ship to pop up, and we'll have that watch a fish basically waiting for you on your spawn. So running away, now repositioning is a good idea. Now they're repositioning within their own spawn general area as Queen Anzil spawns back in. Luftfisher really looking to get the attention of the Dragon's Rage. Dragon's Rage moving in very aggressively here. If Queen Anzil can move in very quickly, they might be about 5 seconds out from really being in an effective range with that Gatling. Actually making about 2 seconds at this point as they are moving in on the Dragon's Rage. Dragon's Rage realizing, uh-oh, here comes that spawn.
But the Mobula is moving in over the ribs to assist their ally.
Yes,
Because
they are.
First mine. Oh, a bit too far away.
Zeal should move in. Zeal should get aggressive here. Zeal should get
the
aggressive. They
Dragon's
could Goomba stomp them. Luftfisher realizing this, they're moving in. They're going to go for the ram. A good ram. They bounce them, but no follow-up. They do not quite get the perfect ram right there. And, uh-oh, Reborn actually boxed in the Dragon's Rage. Dragon's Rage goes down because of it. 3-1 in favor of red. Luftfisher is hydroing up to get out of a potential bad spot with the mine launchers. Reborn looking to punish the Queen Anzil. They pick up about 40% perma. However, red still with that first kill advantage, still with that 3-1 lead. Reborn in no danger right now. They're looking to pick up as much perma as possible. They're not going to escape the Watcha fish here. They just need to focus on staying alive, and that Watcha is not going to help them, and running into their own mine, not helping them as well.
Slight knock on the ground. Now it's going to be a question if the Dragon's Rage is going to come in to save them.
Reborn in a bad spot, very low to the ground. Hydro up, they do get hull broken though. Reborn with the Hydro, Luftfisher matching the Hydro, keeping height advantage on the Reborn to avoid the Artemai. Good job by the Goldfish. Queen Anzil moving in, Dragon's Rage back in the engagement as they ram into the environment. Yeah, they ram into the environment. That's why they hull broke there, but no perma hull damage, so they're okay. Queen Anzil needs to go for a Goomba if they can line it up. The Reborn running into its own mine. Dragon's Rage also losing some perma. Queen Anzil has a chance to really clean up here if they can pop... oh, no, they're not in a good spot now. They do not want to be below the Reborn. They want to be higher than the Reborn. Height advantage very crucial against the Reborn.
It wasn't possible. They were hit by a Lochnagar mine,
yes,
which took out most of their balloon, unfortunately. So that's how mines can turn around the match right away again.
Yeah, and they're almost balloon broken too. Oh, that's going to be critical right there. That should be a kill. 4-1 indeed. Reborn picking it up with a beautiful mine, followed by an Artemis picking up the balloon, picking up a lot of components, and then finally picking up the ship itself. And Luftfisher in a bad spot. If the Goldfish dies here, that will be the end of SCS number 127. Chef Zedion's Potatoes au gratin looking to win SCS number 127 with one more kill. Blue must pick up 4 consecutive kills in order to keep this tournament going. However, Dragons are... Uh-oh. That's a bad spot for the Luftfisher. Oh, but Zedion misses the ram!
He does get the balloon pop.
He does get the balloon.
Has a hull break, though.
Yes.
Lining up another Goomba.
Yes, they are. However, Luftfisher getting out of the Goomba and Dragon's Rage hitting the floor. They are balloon broken. Queen Anzil moving back in. I like this move by the Queen Anzil. Get aggressive here. Get aggressive. Luftfisher, however, not turned around. Queen Anzil needs to back up here.
Oh, this is bad.
This is bad for the Dragon's Rage.
Is stuck between a Mobula with mines and a...
Yeah, but he's got a hull break.
With carronades.
He's got a hull break on the Dragon's Rage. He's got him pinned up against the wall. He needs to get aggressive right now. Oh, the mine picking up perma on the Dragon's Rage too. It might be worth... Oh, the mine launcher saves it. for Chef Sedion's au gratin potatoes. Apparently, his cook saving the matchup for Zedion. 5-1 in favor of Chef Sedion's au gratin potatoes. They win SCS number 127.
Again, this is an interesting build that Skyborn has been bringing. Oh, not Skyborn, but the Skyborn ship, Sunstream's ship, the Mobula, has been bringing with the mine launchers. Some really nice mines going out there.
Indeed, and Zedion is correct in match chat. A great job by Zealot finally getting to the grand finals. It's nice to see new teams make it to the grand finals in Sunday Community Skirmish. Great to see new blood in SCS as well. That is a relatively new team, especially with some of the players on the bottom ship, like Lexi Lu, Rene Descartes. Several of them over there are relatively new to the scene. So it's good to see new players getting some good experience against top tier players. Definitely something that they'll want to go back and watch again to see what they did right. Maybe clean up a few things here and there. And keep working at it and whatnot. But again, congratulations to Zedion, to Sunstrom, and everybody on the au gratin potatoes. Any final thoughts before we close out today's stream here, Water?
Not much actually. I just want to say again, those mines, man. There's some replay you want to watch because of just those mines.
I agree.
Besides that, I think I'm gonna make myself a sandwich and call it a day.
Oh man! But if you really want to see how devastating mines can be, I believe it was the first matchup that we cast between it. I believe it was the first one. No, it was the second one. The winners finals matchup. That was the one where they brought out the mine launcher. That matchup, if you want to see how devastating mines can be with turning ships even, and getting teams to get out of their rhythm with, especially against Goldfish, check out that matchup. I think that will be a very educational experience on how to mine launcher. That's definitely the best one. I think Hadash definitely outdid himself today. But with that, we close out today's broadcast of SCS number 127. For Water, it's me. My name is Lysanya, not Lasagna, signing off. Good day, everybody.